So we're going to learn the right hand of Sera Sera, and this is a cheat sheet. So it does have all the names of the notes for you at the bottom. Let's learn it phrase by phrase. So this was made before I knew how to get the phrase in on New Score. So this means that's one phrase, and then you go to the next check mark. That's another phrase, and that's another phrase, etc. Sometimes I also put the check mark because of fingering. So just think of these check marks as being where you lift your hand, because your hand will change position for the fingering. So really be careful about the finger after each check mark and make sure that you got that finger in particular on that note. Okay, so that's my recommendation. We're going to take those off now. So the starting point is C position. You got C with number 1. And those of you who are not reading well yet, here's your chance for trying to get your skips and steps in. If you look, is just stepping until there. Those are skips, and we continue with skips, but then this one is bigger than a skip. I'm going to use another color, right? So yellows are skips, and no color is a step. And then certainly sometimes you just have to look at the starting point. I think you would have to look at the starting point here and the starting point at the bottom when we get to there. So at the moment, just follow my cursor and follow the right hand play. We start with C position, and it's skip there and skip down and up and down and up. It's always the G, E, G, E, G. One more time. Ready, go. Down, up, all skips. 2, 3. And then again, it's E-G, but the fingering is different. So really, really watch out. Again, because I wrote it like that. I wrote for a 2 and a 4. So after the check mark, just really double check your fingering. So second phrase, a 2 and a 4 on E-G. And the green one is, I'm going all the way to A, to G. And then A, G again, E again, F, 2, 3. So one more time, the second phrase, smoothly from these pink fingering, E-G, 2, 4. A-G, A-G again, skip, 2, 3. Then you have to lift your hand, it's pink, and it's B, the higher B, number 3. And then and you see a check mark, lift your hand again. And at this point I have to scroll so that you can see what's going on. There. So now you're lifting and you got to F with number 3. Right? F with number 3. Up, up. And that weird one with the ledger line is B. And it's written for you. So you just have to read the note that I wrote for you right here. So where's my pen? That note is weird and some of you are not used to that. And just read. And again, we are lifting our hands because there's a check mark. into new phrase. So let's start again from this F at the beginning of the line. F, my number 3. Stretch your thumb down to B. And then we end on middle C with index. Higher C, and then the B flat. And we skip down. 2, 3, tied 2. So there was a question about tied earlier. So I'm going to say it again. Tie means you're extending. So instead of just 3 beats here, you're adding 2 more beats. So I would recommend when you print that you put an X so you don't replay this, but put an X in pencil so you could see that it's 2 beats that you need to count. So I'm not going to put my X because my X is too hard to see that it's 2 more beats. I'm going to put my X up here. So you just have to count 2 more beats. 1, 2. And here, this is 3 beats, so you're basically counting 2, 3, 1, 2. Some people may say, why do we count like that? Why can't we count just, it's a total of 5 beats, so can't we count 2, 3, 4, 5? No, because that's the way we count. It's per bar. Every bar has 3 beats only, so we count 2, 3, and then 1, 2, because it's starting a new bar here, right? So let's try again from this 5 on C. C, B flat, A. Skip down. F, A, 2, 3, 1, 2. And again, you have to lift your hand. My check mark. My check mark is telling you to put the number 3 on B. B, skip up, step, skip down. And again, it's because a lot of you don't have the technique to cross over this far. I decide to have you jump to a C with middle, with the thumb, like that. So that's not a new phrase per se, but fingering wise, you just have to be careful and jump your thumb there on C. But it is the same phrase. So I'm sorry that I'm using the same check mark, but the phrase goes from here to here. So if you're practicing, you want to be able to do what I circled in lilac. Number 3 on B, one more time. Skip, step, skip. Jump that thumb onto middle C. 2, 3, 1, 2. And at that point, just remember, because I have to scroll, can you please remember for me that we're going to start G with number 4? And I'll have to erase everything and scroll up. So we said that we started with number 4 on G, which is from the previous line. So then G and then A, step, skip, skip up, and that is a D up with the thumb. 2, 3, rest. And again, we lift our hand. It's 3 on D, right above middle C. Step, step, and that B again. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because this one is a tie for 3 more beats. Then if there's a rest, and you got thumb on D at the end, skip, but your finger is 2, F. Skip, but your finger is a 3. And the reason why we have this weird fingering, even though it's just a chord, D, F, A, it's a D minor chord, right? In fact, your chord is written here for the, but what you're playing in the right hand is also D minor. But the fingering is 1, 2, 3. So those of you who know chord well, it's a D minor chord. Here we go, and we play with the rhythm. Rest. I always count the rest if it begins the bar. So rest, and then D, F, A, and then step up, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are all tied. And that would be your right hand. So when you're practicing, of course, you don't do just one time like I did. That's a demonstration. What I would prefer that you do is you get each phrase. That's a phrase. Each phrase really, really smooth. And then you start doing two phrases. And in fact, two phrases before you continue to learn the next phrase. Sometimes the phrase is very clear because of the check mark. There's only one place where it's not clear, and I've told you that earlier. It's this fingering area on the line number 2. So just know that in line number 2, Sera, Sera, that's one phrase. Whatever will be, will be. This is the one where you do have a check mark because of fingering. I'm telling you to lift your hand. I should have used a comma instead. But this piece was written many, many years ago where I was not aware that how to use the phrasing. If I can find it on musical, I'll redo it for you. Okay, so the only place where the check mark doesn't tell you that that's by a phrase is right here on bar. Which bar is this? 23, 22, 21. Bar 21 is where you have a check mark. This check mark here that I'm erasing. That doesn't tell you that's a new phrase. So just remember that sentence. There's a jump, but it's the same phrase. So do practice that one a lot. It's a difficult one. In fact, line 2 is the most difficult one. So I would practice that over and over until I get it as smooth as what I just played. Then I go back and I would learn Que Sera Sera, which is that part. C, B flat, skip down, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the next. There's a little jump of the thumb. Yeah, I would say that is the most difficult section, the golden section of your song. Those of you who've taken my music appreciation knows what golden section means. It's usually about 2/3 of the way of the song. So I would practice these two phrases quite a lot for the right hand. But the rest is not too bad, right?